What's up, YouTube? This is Weird Station here. On this edition of Anime Reactions, we're gonna go react to episode 7 of the 3rd season of Golden Kamuy. Am I recording? Alright. I know this isn't something I usually live streams on. As of recently, and I think Madlad's kind of posted it, like, I've been a little bit too baked on anime reactions in general. Maybe it's because of like how rough 2020 has been overall, which kind of sucks because this is a time where I'm supposed to be gathering backup subs, but frankly, the software where I used to, do a lot of good fast editing with, that's no longer compatible, my old PC, yeah, it's tough. It's tough where I'm at right now, but I'm still trying to manage it as it is. I don't want to be too inactive. I don't want to try to push myself too much with it, unless if I can make a living out of it, which would be nice, but it's not realistic at this point. But I still do it whenever I can. I mean, Fridays is the go-to. I know Golden Kamuy right now is heralded by a lot of people who are following it to be anime of the season. But for me, it's just been solid, but it hasn't been anything particularly amazing. Nothing subpar, nothing really, mediocre or underwhelming. Just solid, but something where it just doesn't break out. It just doesn't break out for me personally. That's all there is to it. It's still very entertaining. It's still worth watching. It's just like the investment is not as much as the two other shows I have on Friday. I go to on Fridays. That's just how it is. All right, but with that said, let's just get into this. I am not gonna recap anything. I'm just gonna head right into the episode. And hold on. Did I pass it? Yeah, I did. I had to double check some stuff here. Alright. So like I legit thought it was there was no finish. So episode 7 in 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Oh, hey, CG dogs. Oh no, the CG dogs. Sorry, this is okay. Now the 2D. That's cool. No, you. That's my namesake doggy boy. How are you gonna hear anything in a damn blizzard? Yeah, this ain't good. So what? Uh-oh. You have to be either very unlucky or just a big idiot to go out at sea in a blizzard like that. Just saying. To anyone who anyone who suddenly thinks, oh, let's try it. No, don't do it, guys. I'm warning you. This is not a time where global warming is a thing. Okay, to be fair, the Earth was warming since the beginning. Like, It's like been literally warming ever since ever since the last ice age ended. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Then you're trying to create a hole so they don't get. Sorry if I'm having position like this. This is how I try to get comfy. Yeah. Their lips are chapped as hell, by the way. You can literally see there. Hold on. They're in, uh, they're in a tight spot. Do your best to try to survive it. Feel Feels like something that should be on Discovery Channel with the whole guide to survival. What the hell was that? What the hell was that show called again? God damn it, I forgot. I just don't remember at this moment. Oh wow. It's a big heater. I legit thought that was an Iron Maiden thing. Fucking Ikarashi and Shilio just messed me up with that imagery. You see his eyes just fucking blank. He's about to lose consciousness. He calls it. Hmm. Unfortunately, we can see a line. Oh. Steam though. God damn it, this dude. How are you spending time? Hey, don't warm up too fast though, by the way. Oh. These are nice people. Although I still don't really trust them. I'm sorry. I'm being overly cautious here. Hmm. Ow. Just warm it up. Just warm it up. Just go put it. Oh yeah. Urine is warm. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. And just run up, no one will see it. And then we transition to of what the again, another interesting foreign name. Hmm. Okay. I gotta run that back a little later for the details. But yeah, their daughter ain't coming back because they got involved with the government, basically. they were able, in exchange for their daughter, they were able to save the lighthouse. It's like, what it costs. Hmm. If she does happen to stop by. All together now. So part two of the Borderland. Oh, the link. Oh, link Bobcat. What do you call them again? I think it's a Bobcat. What do you prefer in call? Just oh, it's a mountain cat, or just that. I'm pretty sure all three named Bobcat, Lynx, and Mountain Cat apply to the same creature besides the same animal. I think. If I got it wrong, I'm sorry. Oh. Mm. I mean, he does have the impression of a mountain cat. Yeah. So that means they have to kill Ogata at some point, or try to. Good luck on that. I mean, we highlighted him the other episode. Speaking of which, look at how big they get. Don't they get like? Aren't they like smaller than a lion, but way bigger than the usual domestic cat? Like, I mean, carnivore meat is not is pretty is doesn't taste good from what I've heard, which would make sense because it does more running around. It does a lot more running around. That's the name of a village. Oh, city. Okay. Mm. Mm. Oh, and there's the bomb. There's a mountain cat. I am just gonna call him mountain cat at this point. Wow. Just ran off, just disappeared like the moment our spec just came by. Oh boy. Just following them. This could also represent Okada too, because he was compared to it. Okay, so well, about this episode, uh, not much happened. Okay, I don't want to sound ignorant, but I mean, like, in terms of the main story itself, trying to regroup at Arspa and all, that's still there's not been a progression there. There is, however, some some more of that, world building and all. But well, but it's more of contained within um a certain group, not exactly like a whole ass country or whatever, or more like a description about it, a history, and then yeah, that that's the part I actually do like, even though it doesn't pertain enough to it doesn't draw back to the overarching storyline as much as I'd like it to. But but it makes things interesting. It makes it it's something that can get me immersed. Jeez, are you sure she's Are you sure she's a woman? So that's the missing. So this is going to be an extended segment after all. That's good. I mean, you'd hope they're recurring, but no hopes on that. Oh, here, yep, yep. Your former disciple is coming back. Manslayer. Alright, I gotta go back a bit and yeah, I need to see. I know the recording is done, but I want to see something. So just give me a sec. I'm trying to look at it. Oh, okay. Alright, so basically what had happened here was that now that I like because of what had happened, so the grandparents, and I do apologize because I was not really into the whole backstory with the two elderly couples. Because it was like I was a bit phased out on that part, so I do apologize. That's just how I am right now with the series. Like it will be immersive. Sometimes you'll just be like, I'm not sure. So sorry about that. But basically, the mishap with their daughter, like being kidnapped and all, it actually ended up saving their lighthouse from the Russian government. So basically, the Russian government have given them explosive to destroy the lighthouse to prevent the Japanese from using them. So it may or may not have to do with the Russian deserter and how he was associated with. I'm not so sure now if how that ties in the daughter until we saw that she was associated with Kurioke's former sensei figure. So it would kind of make sense. I guess it will tell more about the story in the next episode. Oh yeah, a bit confusing on that part, but I think I get, like, basically their home was saved because and then the lighthouse was built so they don't have to worry about it, but at the cost of what? Their daughter. They're still waiting for the daughter to get back. Everything else, to be fair, and the mountain cat part. Let me see if they're all named the same thing. Mountain cat, bobcat. Are they called the same thing? Are they? Okay, so they're not giving this like the difference between bobcats and mountain lions, and rare bobcats are really bigger than 30 pounds. Young mountain lion can easily weigh more than that. Mountain lions can be dangerous. Okay, yeah, but mountain cats are pretty dangerous too. But I mean, mountain lions are less likely to attack people unless they're freaking desperate. Mountain cats are often seem to be more associated with humans, so I would guess it'd have to do so. Unfortunately, it doesn't give mountain cats. Let me see. At this point, the mountain cat that I see right here, it always refers back to the cougar or the mountain lion. But unfortunately, what they show us here is more akin to the bobcat or the lynx. So their version of I'm pretty sure their version of the bobcat of the mountain cat here is just a bobcat. The mountain cat, yeah. Like I'm looking at this right. I'm looking at this the comparison right now. The thing that Kirange saw. And hold on. Yeah, what we see here is, oh god damn it. What we see here is more likely than not a lynx or a bobcat. So the Russians version, description, take on a mountain cat is just a bobcat. A mountain cat over here in the western part, in the western parts, is the mountain lion. So the mountain cat refers to different things depending on what part of the world, what part of Earth you're in. Interesting. Everything by itself with the episode, I was really ho-hum with it. Although I'm not so sure how much it wants to tie back to the overlying plot. I guess it is kind of like, how like One Piece just kind of does this whole sort of individual elongated arc thing, where it just builds on the story itself. Something like that. I just feel the Golden Kamuy is like that, but much shorter, in smaller packages. Whether that is beneficial or not, it really depends on how you think. What it does do better is that it doesn't drag things out. It adds more to it. It adds more background to it, which is why I won't say it's a flunk. It's just more like it doesn't break the ice for me in the overarching story. Everything else is pretty fine, although the animation I cannot really praise. I cannot really praise, to be honest. The animation is just okay. I mean, it's General Studio. I mean, it's the same. It is literally they're the sort of, they have a big resume, to be honest. They did Pet, but I didn't finish. Like 2 episodes in, I just tapped out mentally. But I mean, that is just a more suggestive thing. So I don't want to have that big of an opinion on in that regards. The entirety of the I don't want to blame it on an adaptation problem, but more of just the source material, a personal nitpick, more of a personal choicing, opinion on how the story may be handled. Hence why we have like freaking 200 plus chapters on there. Now I don't know. Now I'm not saying the story isn't bad, but it doesn't feel like it has a variety. And like, we went from, as of right now, I don't know if it's because they're purposely extending it. or I don't know if it's me that turns me off about the overarching stories, be like if they're extending this too much, or it feels like the progression doesn't seem to be very the story doesn't seem to be very progressive in terms of the pacing, or like maybe like the shift between comedy parts, the world building parts, and then the story itself. I cannot really put my finger on what still bothers me about it. What still really bothers me about Golden Kamuy. Because I did like what the first season did present, even though we had the crappy ass CG bear, which thankfully don't get much CG in this season, except for this particular episode. I mean, but they had the CG dogs, but it's not really that noticeable for the Navic eyes. But for me, I tend to notice it. So, because I've been there, but I'm in a place where it's just like, shit, I've been in this position too many times before. That's just how it is, guys. Nothing really against it. Just something that where I just don't have as high an opinion about it as I would like to. It's still good. Don't get me wrong. Still enjoy Golden Kamuy, just not as much as I would like to have. As I would like to. Now, I might check out the manga at some point. I have to at some point. To see if I can get more out of that. I mean, if I can put up with... if I really want to just speed binge do it or whatnot. I mean, though, I don't have anything else to really say about it. Oh, I will say that the comparison with Ogata and the BOBCAT and what the BOBCAT really kind of represents, that's pretty fitting. I like that sort of illusion, that sort of portrayal, that character portrayal. And then, you know, there's Kyoge about to reunite with someone that he probably does not want to reunite at this point because of what she did and how she's connected with Sugimoto's side of the adventure. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting because likely chance, unless the anime does its usual, unless they do the usual cliches where they're just right there and they just simply don't notice each other there being there, or they're just there at different times. If I hope if they do it, just don't make it to where I have to pull out. I'm gonna end up pulling out some of my hair, trying to get over it, trying to process it. But anyways, I mean, it's another day, another Golden Kamuy episode. So that's gonna do it for this edition of Anime Reaction. So like, share, subscribe, follow me on all social media platforms that I use. You can also join my Discord server. You can also support me on Patreon or PayPal, guys. But that's gonna do it for this edition of Anime Reaction. So until then, this is BOBCAT signing off. See you next time. Take care, stay safe, and have yourselves a good day.